Hey everyone, so it's a day 5 and today we are going to basically talk about the Docker networking. Okay, so we will be covering why it is required, okay, and also we will see one real world use case, then the practical implementation. Okay, so it's going to be a totally hands-on session only. So we'll just cover a basic theory, what it is and why it is required. Some types are there of Docker networking that we are going to cover, and then directly we'll jump into the hands-on session. Okay, so let's understand the very first thing why it is required. So basically whatever your containers you run, right? So let's take a very some real world use case, that is that you have a front end application, then you have a back end application, okay, and then you have a DB. So for example, you're running it in a container, just assume it, okay. So your front end wants to communicate with your backend container. Your backend wants to communicate with your database container, and same it will be happening in the return. And there will be one user who will be accessing your front end application on some ports, maybe 8080. So basically, for all these communications, what you need a network, right? So what you can do, you can create a network. So for example, with the name any, like you can create a network with any name, like my network, something. And then what you can do, you can attach all these particular containers to the same network. So what will happen, all will lie into a one network so that they can communicate with each other. So this is the basically the need of networking. So the if you say a point, so basically just for the communication between containers, or you can say with each other, okay. And also each container get their IP addresses, and yeah, these are things. And also in case of this Docker network, one container can talk to the another container with the name of their container names, okay. Even not IP is also not required, just directly it can communicate with the container names, okay. So next thing is we'll just cover quickly like what are the different types of Docker networks. Okay, so major ones are the one is the bridge. Okay, that is the default one. So whenever you create a container or anything, it will be a bridge. That is the default. Then you are having the host. In this, what happens? Wherever your container will be there, it will be using your will use host network. That means your host machine. So hey, this is your host and this is your suppose containers. And if you are using this host type, so what will happen, it will use this particular this whole system network, okay. It won't be having their own network, right? Okay, means it won't use it. Then you will be having none. If you use none, so there will be no networking, no communication, nothing. So these are the some major three types. Other types are also there that we'll see next, okay, later we will see. So for now what we will do, let's see what I'm going to do. So I'm basically creating two containers, okay, first. And that will be under the default only. I won't be creating any other container, means sorry, any other network. Then we can create a user defined network. That is the manually how you can create the network, that we'll see. Then we will understand the communication between containers. Okay, so let's begin how we can do it. So I'm here in the machine, and here what you have to do is that I will be basically running two Nginx image. Okay, so you can just run this command docker run hyphen hyphen name app1, and you can give the image name as Nginx latest. Okay, so if you do this, so it will try to just pull the Nginx image and it will run the container. So okay, I didn't use hyphen dit, I should have used that so that my container will run into the background. Let me just clear this screen again. And also what you need to do, you need to, if I run the same command, it will throw an error that container name already exists. So you need to first remove that name docker rm app1, and yeah, again you can use hyphen hyphen name, then again here you can use this hyphen dit. Okay, cool. So here you will see docker ps one container is running. Next what I will do, I'll be running another container with the same image you can create. app2. So here it is, docker ps, right? And also if you want to check what is the default network, means what is the network are present in your like system, so you can just do docker network ls. So for example, here you will see bridge, post, none, three other major one, it is showing right now. Okay, so now what we can do, and even if you want to check your container, like which network and all it is using, so you can just do docker inspect and then this one. So here you need to just you can grep for the network to see that information. Or okay, it is not showing, I think. Okay, let's do grep hyphen I if we can get anything. Okay, so here you can see network mode is the bridge. Okay, so that is the default one, and network id you can see 9195238 9e. Okay, so you can see here also same almost idea. So in this way you can see which container using which kind of network. So now what I will do, I will just see the IP of this containers if I can get. Mm, so just same inspect command I will do, and here somewhere I will get the IP. So here you can see the IP address, this one 172. Okay, so now I will just will go into that particular container. I will go into the another one, this one, and I will try to ping if ping is present in that container. Let's do ping. Okay, ping is not there. So let's try to install first sudo apt is there or not. Okay, apt is there at least. You can just do sudo, or directly you can just do apt update, and then for ping install, I think it is net tools or something. So okay, this one we can use apt install ip utils hyphen y ping. Okay, so yeah, ping is done. Let me just open up another session so that I can show you how you can just connect. Okay, so let's wait.
Okay, let's do docker ps and docker inspect. What was the IP of this? Grep IP. If I do, whether I will get okay, this one. Let's just copy and try to ping from this container, and yeah, I'm able to ping. I'm able to reach out to that particular container. Okay, like this. Now what I want to do is that if I will try to do with the name, so let's do ping app1, right? So you will see here sorry, what was there? App1 only. So right now it's showing name or service not known, right? So but for that you need to do something. Let me just check. Okay, I think maybe we need to create a network first. So what we can do right now is that I will just delete the both the containers. Okay, so you can just do stop app1 and then docker rm app1. Okay, similarly app2 will do. Okay, and then what you can do, you need to create one network, so you can just use docker network create and hyphen d bridge you can use to define the type of your network, and then network name you can just create mynet. So if I do now docker network ls, so here you will see mynet is also there of driver bridge. So if you want to check some more information, you can just do docker inspect network, I think, and you can just do control c and one more, control shift v. Yeah, I pasted two times. Okay, docker inspect I will try directly if we can do. We can do. So you can see the information about your, some more information about the network, like when it was created, what is scoped, which type of it is, all those things, and what are the containers. So right now nothing we have here. Okay, let's clear the screen. Now I will go and again try to run the same command that I used earlier, the docker run one. So okay, here we have, and here what you need to do is, here you need to define using hyphen hyphen network, and you need to give the network name, that is the mynet, right? So I think this was the only name. Let me just check here. Docker network ls. Okay. hmm Mynet, huh? Fine. So okay, it got created. Then what you have to do, you just need to do here app2, and yeah, that's it. Let's do again the docker ps here, and if I just do try to inspect here, and so here you will see in containers, like which are the containers are attached to that particular network. So here you can see app1 and app2 is like attached to that particular network. Now what you can do is that you can just try to logging into any of the container, like app1. If I try, okay, and sorry, spelling mistakes. Okay, let's try to ping app2. So okay, again you need to install ping here. So for that also one more command is there. If you want something like if you have changed something in your particular container, you want to save it. So in that case, you need to basically, just a second. Yeah. So in that case, basically you can just use one command, that is the docker commit. So with that, it will create a new image with all the with all your changes. Okay, something happened, I think. Wait. Okay, apt update, and then you can just do apt install, and what was the other thing? iputils -y. Yeah. hmm so I was saying about this command, that is the, you can just see docker commit. So what it will do, it will basically try to whatever changes you have done in your container, with that it will create a new docker image, and that you can use it in the later, for the later purpose. Now let's do ping app2. So yeah, here you can see it's working perfectly fine. So in this way you can just create docker networks for your project, or anything on which you're working for the different containers, and you can keep all into the same network. Okay, so yeah, that's it for this video, and if you have any question, you can just ask me in the comment section, and see you in the next one, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and make sure you are just following up the like playlist every day. I'm adding new docker videos. So yeah, that's it, and I will see you in the next one. Thank you so much for watching.